There is no outcome you could suggest that I would find implausible.
Not his from Ruiz, a dangerous man at close range. Joshua able to tap him with a hook.
Anthony Joshua, he's not letting feinting. He's already thrown 4 foot feints.
Foot 6'6", same end.
These fighters said during the build-up they want to control.
I mean, he is full 11 pounds lighter condition, but he needs to box. Blocked by Joshua. Ruiz.
The weights, you look like a CrossFit. Joshua told me that boxing.
Pop him with that one right hand. Final.
Perimeter of the ring, but inside the middle of that ring, I think he had in his arsenal, which is foot feints and boxing on the out.
But it has to play itself out in the ring. Ruiz tries the right hand and he eats one.
Oh,
and that's cut him as well. There's blood just above the left eye. That's in a bad spot. Firing off a right hand, and that opens up the champ.
Remains composed. He already caught Ruiz with the first right hand, but he has to stay disciplined.
Ruiz also staying composed there as well, but he wipes now with the blood.
Solid right hand, and that's what caused the cut of Andy Ruiz.
He has a lot of resolve.
Look for Ruiz to try to stop the movement of Joshua.
He said in the first fight, he went looking.
Joshua boxing nicely. He has a good rhythm in his upper body, but right there too high, got caught with 2 jabs.
Yeah, Ruiz though is
not as much as he is now, not as fluid, but Ruiz was range, and right now Ruiz is finding the range.
Yeah, and Sergio, he is far more effective, that jab, than we saw in the first fight.
Amateur British style, another beautiful jab fighter.
Brian, that's a great observation. He's flicking that jab with speed. He's not putting a lot of power behind jabs, and you miss, you fall off, and that's when you get trapped by Andy Ruiz's faster hands.
To have some blood now over his left eye.
Worse spot than Andy Ruiz's.
For both fighters here, it's only round 2.
He's not standing in front of Andy Ruiz. Joshua throw jabs to the torso of Ruiz, to the stomach.
Anthony Joshua, the challenger, as advertised. Are tactics in the ring as well.
Joshua keeping Ruiz at the end of the jab, but Joshua
outlanding Ruiz 9-8. Dangerous man, even at lauding heavyweight here tonight in the desert.
The middle of the ring, he's not cutting the ring.
Lithe, skinny. Anthony
double jab his way in to land those right hands.
And Joshua has a nice range on that, but he's doing just enough to win these rounds.
And the only way that Ruiz is going to close that is by double.
This is a large ring. There's a lot of space for the middleweight title back in the 80s. Want more space to dance and move if you're the boxer.
Anthony Joshua is not letting Andy Ruiz.
First 3 rounds are a boxing clinic for Joshua.
Yeah, all 3 rounds. The jab is his most effective weapon so far and landed any significant big shots.
And he just concentrated on boxing, and that's why he's looking so nice right now, utilizing the sweet science.
And from Ruiz, where he's very, very dangerous. Let's go to Claudia Trejos. Claudia?
AJ to move fast, move quick, but make it quick. Use the feint for the jugular. Back to you.
Claudia, thank you. That right hand just face of Ruiz just missed.
Joshua went for the jugular with that right hand, barely missed.
Patient. Again, it's difficult to be patient winning this fight. And then when he found the time.
That's a great comparison right there, because right now that might be, I don't know if it is or not, but right now I give.
Hey, what did we see for a full decade, Sergio? Jab from Joshua. Floyd, take your time. Joshua starts to up the ante.
Joshua punching.
What we saw back in that hook behind the ear. And Anthony,
the way he closed that show, because he needs to remind from the last fight, and those chopping right hands on
Ruiz 10-8 in punches in that the ring generalship you just got to see. 4 rounds so far to the challenger Joshua. The strategy is like he is ready to chop up Andy Ruiz. Blood already on Ruiz. He showed his fighting spirit in the first fight. Deck to then drop.
And right now, it takes a lot for what he's boxing, staying disciplined on the inside.
Rob McCracken said they were working on, can you just do that? Can you just work in training, Sergio, and make it work? Yeah, far he has. And so far he is by Joshua. He looks at least like a man.
Thing is above the neck. He's not targeting the body.
Second half of the fight, because right now, Ruiz punches really well, especially with speed and the opportunity to time you.
Long, strong jab by Anthony Joshua has done so.
A month ago, Rez, a lot of those punches weren't getting through.
Hard jab, too. Kovalev was just popping out a light
jab right here. This is a smart, educated Anthony Joshua's throwing.
An out answer by Joshua. Right hand. Now he's trying to get in the pocket. Does he want to trade?
Do it.
Rob, amateur, never had to, move. We see traditional tall pants so far halfway through. The answer is yes.
They're boxing, they're sticking and moving, they're feinting.
Got to seriously consider it simply isn't working.
But you wonder to land something. Again, he didn't do himself any favors. And certainly if Joshua stands in front of him doing that.
But to Chris is saying that Manny Robles, they need a plan B right now.
Well, what's plan B?
They trained for Andy Ruiz has only had one style. Counter you with the faster punches. He doesn't look like the faster, stronger fighter.
Joshua trying to hold there. Ruiz, no, don't do that on the clinch. But, well, he's got to say stop punching. Final seconds.
He can be hurt at some point soon. You got to let your hands go.
Stationary target in front of you. You have a powerful. My question was, can he move laterally, stick and move, do exactly what he's doing right now? The answer is yes.
Well, he found a good hook by Joshua.
Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
And just there with the right hand. What got him in trouble 6 months ago. Satisfied with what's happening now. But he's got to be tempted, Sergio, right? Thing up on Ruiz to throw something back, get in close, and trade.
First fight, forget the bravado, move, box. Let Ruiz
rights to try to throw when he's getting clinched.
Hiding behind the jab.
And you saw Ruiz there lunging. Oh, he hand. Beautiful right by Joshua. The hook, that was dangerous. Joshua, but Ruiz able to land there.
Wanted to let go of his punches, smothered.
For you, but I would believe you would say.
Sure that this is the fight plan necessary. Fight plan that was supposed to be implemented. Actually coming in, Andy, they just have to not let him act, but stay tall. And that was the fight plan in the first fight. And
thank you. Well, that's what we heard, especially in the one night Joshua in the corner. But Joshua was just very frustrated in the ring. Lands body. And what I was going to say, Sergio, you're right. Manny Robles had said, hey, we saw a hole and saw Ruiz was able to have success. Hard right hand off the hook by Ruiz. Here's Ruiz, big chance. He's swell.
This is Ruiz.
What does Joshua do now? Does he try to mix it up? Or does he said, hey, it's round 8. He meant round 1. But in round 8, his man comes alive. Ruiz roughing things up here. Within his right. It's up to the referee. And that jab. And he blocked the hook. But every time gets strafing hook. But it's up to the referee to say break and stop.
Thing too, he's not letting Joshua hold on anymore. He's pushing him.
All Anthony Joshua
should know right now is Louis Pabon times in those situations, because Louis is going to take some.
This time I do agree with you, Chris. He's finally. Maybe it's because Ruiz is punching him. He doesn't want to get clipped by a punch.
Did in favor of Andy Ruiz heavily back with the jab. Joshua fell in love with his own power
against the Mexican fighters.
And now Ruiz actually stops moving. You know, Chris Eubank style.
You get a fighter floating like a gauge. It's very frustrating, not only for Andy Ruiz.
Yeah, Joshua can't get lazy with those grabbing with both hands. Don't give Ruiz a chance.
Thereof from Ruiz now as we get into the fight, and just hope that it might be one time where he can pop Josh as he eats an uppercut. But now he wings back, and the right hand. Joshua back on his toes.
Andy Ruiz with big punches, back up, keep boxing.
I'm waiting for Josh. I don't know, don't justify that, Chris, given the early work by Joshua with
more impactful punches in that night
by Ruiz.
Ruiz, the shorter man, already got for Joshua to bend the knees and fight a little bit.
Andy Ruiz told us, hey, I see opening. Hands just move. He is go when he sees an opening. Well, tonight, for him, in the real-time odd, every round goes in the books. Has piled up a big lead here tonight.
Bravado, and bravado wasn't the word that he chose, but right now, sticking to his game plan, which is most important.
And really showing,
not letting him plant his feet.
Always on the move.
Moving, he's boxing, but he got the respect of Ruiz. That's what I want to see, some jabs to the chin.
You know, again, Manny Robles had said he wanted to get inside earlier.
Anthony Joshua was on his toes, sticking him.
Embarrassing, humiliating. Well, the last 6 months he has devoted himself and isn't get his world championships back.
You know, there'll be a lot of people, if Joshua continues and wins, when you go up against an opponent with a granite.
Yeah, there's always going to be some criticism, but I don't want.
And Chris, he wanted Anthony Joshua to do a type fight without changing trainers.
All right, Sergio, I'm going to have to take a point away. Next time, leather. It's not as if he's in there for jab. Look, you can land jabs like that. He said if I push them up, bounces back off that jab. That last favor of Anthony Joshua.
Joshua didn't change chief strategy. Did add 2 new voices in his. We know from watching Emmanuel Stewart's fighters extremely well.
Another British fans are chanting Ruiz, but unable, being the #1 heavyweight in the world, being a heavyweight champion with several of the belts, after adversity, after embarrassment. The final round. Ruiz, we believe, needs a knockout. His scorecard virtually all round for Anthony Joshua so far. And Chris, you gave him the 2 rounds you could give him.
And flashes of was losing every round with Maljuk Shaler, and he towards the end of the fight, another one is where he hurt him in the end of the fight. Chavez Sr. and Jr. did.
He's in desperation mode. The final 2 minutes of this fight. Hard right by Joshua. Ruiz shakes a bring it and stay in close. But Joshua lands a massive right hand. This large ring, 22 feet all around as we get into the second half of round number 12.
May have the faster hands, but he has the slower. Beat the faster man with the faster feet by moving around.
Along with Primo Carnera, Max Baer, and Buster Douglas, there can be much more for Andy Ruiz. Championship belts here tonight. He continues to chase.
Andy Ruiz will probably have to ask himself.
He's going to try to the belt. Ruiz says, come fight me here. We're a little late for that. Joshua continues to...
To the winner by unanimous decision, the fighting pride of London, England, and once again, the heavyweight champion of the world, the man known as AJ, Anthony Joshua.